All the class 8 students of St. Michael's Academy, welcome to online physical science class. Students, today I am teaching you statical electricity. What is static electricity? Static electricity is an imbalance of electric charges within or on the surface of a material. The charge remains until it is able to move away by means of an electric current or electrical discharge. For example, if after brushing our hair with a plastic or rubber comb, we hold it over some small pieces of paper, we shall see that the paper pieces are attracted by the comb. Here, the comb gets electrically charged due to friction with hair, and hence paper pieces are attracted. That means, for instance, statical electricity has been produced. Production of electricity by force. In 1600 AD, William Gilbert showed that many substances such as amber, glass, ebonite, resin, etc., when rubbed with silk, flannel, etc., acquire power of attraction. He gave the name electricity to the phenomenon from the Greek word for amber, electron. In this condition, the substances are said to be electrically charged or simply charged, or they have acquired charge. This electricity is developed due to friction of two bodies. So statical electricity is also called as frictional electricity. So question may come like this: why statical electricity is called frictional electricity? Now, for example, when an ebonite rod is rubbed with wool, then the ebonite rod becomes negatively charged while the wool becomes positively charged. This is because the electrons in wool are less tightly bound than the electrons in ebonite rod. So friction between the wool and the rod makes the rod to gain electrons from the wool. Now please see the diagram. Here electron gained by the rod of this polythene or ebonite rod, and there cloth becomes positively charged from losing electrons. This is a dry cloth. So hope so you have understood this example. Electrostatic series. Whenever two bodies are rubbed together, positive charge is produced in one and simultaneously equal amount of negative charge is produced in the other. On this table, a list of some common substances is given. They are arranged in such a way that when any two of them are rubbed together, one coming first in the table would be positively charged and the second one would be negatively charged. This series of substances is called electrostatic series. Now see the series. You have to learn this series. First one, wool or flannel. Second one, glass. 3, mica. 4, catskin. 5, silk. 6, cotton. 7, wood. 8, human body. 9, metals. 10, ebonite. 11, shellac. 12, amber. 13, resin. And 14, celluloid. Now, here I've given one example. According to this series, when glass rod is rubbed with silk thread, glass acquires positive charge and silk thread acquires negative charge. Now see the first diagram. Glass rod rubbed by silk thread, glass rod acquires positive charge. Okay, and obviously silk thread acquires negative charge. Now the next one, when plastic rod is rubbed with silk thread, plastic rod acquires negative charge and silk thread acquires positive charge. See the second diagram, you will understand this. Repulsion is the surest test for electrification. Like magnet, you should remember that. In magnet also I told you, repulsion is the surest test for magnetism. So like this, here also same thing. Attraction may occur between two oppositely charged bodies or a charged body and an uncharged one. That is why in attraction, one is not sure if both bodies are charged. However, in repulsion, there are two bodies that have the same charge. That is why repulsion is the surer test of electrification. Now, what are conductors and insulators? On the basis of flow of electric charge through the substances, they can be divided into two classes. One is conductor and another one is insulator. The substances through which electric charges flow easily are called conductors, and the substances through which electric charges do not flow are called insulators. Coulomb's law. French scientist Charles Coulomb experimentally established a law for determining the magnitude of mutual force between the charged bodies. This law is named as Coulomb's law. Now law. The force between 2 point charges is directly proportional to the product of the two charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, and the force acts along the line joining the two charges. Its value depends upon the nature of the intervening medium. See the diagram, first diagram. Q1 and Q2 are the 2 point charges. K is Coulomb's constant and R is the distance between the 2 point charges, and F is equal to force. Now according to Coulomb law, F varies as Q1 into Q2. See the next diagram. F varies as Q1 into Q2. That means product of the two charges, and inversely proportional the distance, square of the distance, that is F varies as 1 by R square. If I will combine these two, then it will come F varies as Q1 Q2 by R square. Now varies as means variation sign. If I want to convert this into is equal to sign, I have to put a constant. Here that particular constant is called Coulomb's constant, and that is K. So F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. Electron theory of electrification. First, I am telling you the structure of an atom. See the diagram. You know that structure. At the center of the atom there is nucleus. Within the nucleus, proton and neutrons are there. Protons are positively charged particles and neutrons are neutral. And around the nucleus there are orbits. Electrons are rotating through the orbits and electrons are negatively charged. Okay. Now, when two bodies are together, the electrons in the outer orbits from the body in which the force of attraction on the electrons in the outer orbit is comparatively less would be transferred to the other body. The body which loses electrons becomes positively charged, and the other body receiving same number of electrons acquires equal amount of negative charge. Protons being firmly attached to the nucleus are not transferred. As a result of friction of two bodies, equal amount of positive charge in one body and negative charge on the other body are simultaneously developed. Thus, electrification of substances due to friction is explained by electron theory. Because in atomic structure also, electrons moves away, or one atom can gain electron, but protons never moves from the atom. Doubts or queries, please email me at sudeshna1.sma@outlook.com.